Hi guys, I'm back for the live reading. Now let me think about where we left off. At least Nancy got packed too. Mr. Brennan was the only one who had caught her saying anything wrong. He had great ideas. I thought about his question and shrugged. I don't know, sir. I see. Mr. Brennan looked disappointed. Well, half quitted, Mr. Jackson. Zeus did indeed beat pronounced a mixture of mustard and wine, which made him disgorge his other 5 children, who, of course, being immortal gods, had been living and growing up completely undigested in the Titan's stomach. The gods defeated the father, sliced him into pieces with his own scythe, and scattered his remains into Taurus, the darkest part of the underworld. On a happy note, it's time for lunch. Mrs. Dodds, would you lead us back outside? The class drifted off, the girls holding their stomachs, the guys pushing each other around and acting like doofuses. Gold and I were about to follow when Mr. Bunner said, Mr. Jackson. I knew what that was coming. I told Golda to keep going. Then I turned around and Mr. Bunner said, Bunner, sir? Mr. Bunner had this look that wouldn't let you go, an intense brown eyes that could have been 1,000 years old and had seen everything. You must learn the answer to my question, Mr. Bunner told me, about the Titans, about real life, and how you study to apply to it. Oh, what you will learn from me, said, is vitally important. I expect you to treat it as such. I will accept only the best from you. Percy Jackson. I wanted to get angry. This guy pushed me so hard. I mean, sure. It was kind of cool on tournament days when he dressed in the suit and Roman armor and shouted, "Whoa!" and challenged us. Sword point against chalk toward to the board, name every wicked Roman person who had lived, and mother and what god they worshipped. Mr. Bunner expected me to be as good as everyone else, despite the fact that I had dyslexia and attention deflect disorder, and I never made it above the C minus in my class. No, he didn't expect me to be as good. He expected me to be better. And I couldn't learn all those rhymes and facts, much less spell them correctly. I mumbled something about trying harder. Mr. Brennan took one long and sad look at the steel, like he had been at this girl's funeral. He told me to go outside for lunch. The class gathered on the third steps of the museum, where we could watch the traffic.
Tyler, you left some peanut butter.
Okay.
Huh?
I'm trying to make a video. The class
Yeah, but eat your food here.
Okay, I'll eat it after. The class gathered on the front steps of the museum, where we could watch the foot traffic along Fifth Avenue. Overhead, a huge storm was brewing, clouds blacker than I had seen all over the city. I figured it might be global warming or something, because the weather all across New York had been weird since Christmas. We'd had massive storms, flooding, wildfires with lightning strikes. I wouldn't have been surprised if this was a hurricane blowing in. No one else seemed to notice. Some of the guys were pelting pitchers with lunchable crackers. Nancy Bubblehead was trying to pickpocket things from a lady's purse. Of course, Mrs. Dodds wasn't singing a thing. Lola and I sat on the edge of the fountain, away from the others. We thought that maybe if we did that, everyone would know we were from that school. The school for loser freaks who couldn't make it elsewhere. Detention? Lola asked. Nah, I said, not the Bunner. I wish he'd weigh off of me sometimes. I mean, I'm not a genius. I'm not a genius. Gordon didn't say anything for a while. Then, when I thought he was going to give me some deep physiological comment to make me better, he said, "Can I have a new apple?" have much of an appetite, so I went on the ticket. I watched the stream of cabs going down to the hill above my mom's apartment, along a little ways uptown from where we sat. I hadn't seen her since Christmas. I wanted so bad to jump out of the taxi and head home. She'd hug me and be glad to see me, but she'd be disappointed too. She'd send me right back to GNC, reminded me that I had to try harder. Even if this was my sixth school in 6 years, I was probably going to kick out again. I wouldn't be able to stand the sad look she'd give me. Mr. Piper parked his wheelchair at the base of the handicapped ramp. He accelerated while he read a paperback novel. A red umbrella stuck out from the back of his chair, making it look like a motorized cafe table. I was about to unwrap my sandwich when Yancy Goldfit appeared in front of me with her ugly friends. I guess she got tired of stealing from the tourists, and dropped her Athenian sandwich in Golda's lap. Eeps! She reminded me with her crooked teeth, with freckles or orange. And some had spray painted her face with liquid Cheetos. I tried to stay cool. The school counselor had told me a billion times, count to 10, get control of your temper. But I was so brave, my mind went blank. A wave roared in my ears. I don't remember touching her, but the next time Nancy was sitting on her butt in a fountain, screaming, "Nancy, watch me!" Mrs. Dodds materialized next to us. Some of the kids were whispering, "Did you see Lauren, like a club to?" I didn't know what they were talking about. All I knew was that I was in trouble again. As soon as Mr. Dodds was sure poor little Nancy was okay, all the seats again on the new shirt at the museum gift shop, etc. Mrs. Dodds shake at me. There was a triumphant fire in her eyes, as if I had done something she'd been waiting for all semester. "No, honey." "I know," I grumbled. "I'm on 32 books. That was an annoying thing to say." "Come after me." "Right." Williams. "It's me." I pushed her. I stared at him, stunned. I can't blame him trying to come to me. Mrs. Dodds came closer to the desk. She glared at him so hard his whiskery chin trembled. "I don't think so, Mr. Winterland," she said, "but you, step here." Bob looked at me yesterday. "That's okay, man." I told him, "Thanks for trying." Honey. Mrs. Dodds went to me. "Now." Nancy Goldfit smirked. Okay, just my comment of what happened to Nancy Goldfit, like at the end of the, like what's going, like that'd be cool on the sub-series, like these adventures of Nancy Goldfit. It'd be a really weird series. Okay, okay, back to reading. As soon as I've been put him up, I gave him my deluxe "I'll kill you later" stare. And I turned to face Mrs. Dodds, but she wasn't there. She was standing at the museum entrance, way at the top of the steps, gesturing impatiently to me to come on. How'd you get there so fast? I have moments like that a lot. When my brain feels asleep, and the next thing I know, I missed something, as if a puzzle piece fell out of the universe and left me staring black face around it. A school counselor told me that was part of the ADHD. My brain was interpreting things. I wasn't so sure. I went after Mrs. Dodds. Halfway up the steps, I glanced back at Golden. He was looking pale, pinning his eyes between me and Mr. Bunner, like he wanted Mr. Bunner to announce what was going on. But Mr. Bunner was absorbed in his novel. I looked back up Mr. Dodds and disappeared again. She was now inside the building at the end of the entrance hall. tall. Okay, I thought. She's going to buy me a new short that Nancy had to gift shop. But apparently that wasn't the plan. I followed her deeper into the museum. When I finally caught up with her, we were in the Greek and Roman section. Except for us, the gallery was empty. Mrs. John stood with her arms crossed in front of the big marble frieze plays of the Greek gods. She was making this weird noise in her throat, like growling. Even without the noise, I would have been nervous. It's weird being alone with a teacher, especially Mrs. Dodds. Something about the way she looked at the frieze, and it looks like she wanted to pulverize it. You may get a nice problems, honey, she said. I did the same thing. And I said, yes, ma'am. She touched on the cuts of the record jacket. Did you really think you'd get away with it? The look in her eyes was beyond mad. It was evil. She's a teacher, I thought nervously. It's not like she's going to hit me. I said, oh, try harder, ma'am. Thunder shook the building. We are not fools, Percy Jackson, Mrs. Dodds said. It was only a matter of time before we found you out. Confess, and you will suffer less pain. I didn't know what she was talking about. All I could think about was that the teachers must have found the illegal stash of candy I had been selling out of my dorm room. Or maybe they realized I got my essay on Tom Sawyer from the internet without reading, as they reading the book, and now they want to take away my grade. Or worse, they're going to make me read the book. Well, she demanded, ma'am, I don't. Your time is up. Yes. The weirdest thing happened. Her eyes began to glow like barbecue coals. Fingers stretched tenderly into her talons. Her jacket melted into large, leathery wings. She wasn't human. She was a shriveled egg with fat wings and claws and a mouth full of yellow fangs, and she was about to slice me into ribbons. Then things got an even stranger. Mr. Bunner, who had been out front of the museum a minute before, wheeled his chair into the doorway of the gallery, holding a pen in his hand. What ho, pussy! He shouted and tossed the pen through the air. Mrs. Dodds lunged at me. With the open, I dodged and fell until I slashed the air next to my ear. I snatched the opal pen out of the air, but when it hit my hand, it wasn't a pen anymore. It was a sword. Mr. Bunny's bronze sword, which he always used on tournament day. Mrs. Dent spun towards me with a murderous look in her eyes. My knees grew jelly. My hands were shaking so bad I almost dropped the sword. She snarled, Die, honey! And she flew straight at me. Absolute terror went and through my body. I did the only absolute thing that came naturally. I swung the sword. The metal blade hit her shoulder and clasped.
Go eat your peanut butter.
Okay, just let me finish this page. And flashed clean through her body as if she were made of water. Yes! Yes! Mr. Dawes was sandcastle on a power fan. She exploded in yellow powder, vaporized on the spot, leaving nothing but the smell of sulfur and a dying screech and chill of evil in the air, as if those two glowing eyes were still watching me. I was alone. There was a ballpoint pen in my hand. Mr. Bunner was there. Nobody was there but me. Okay, we're going to be ending it off now. We're going to be ending it off.